Cancer remains a primary human fear. This anxiety drives a constant search for a definitive solution, a discovery that might stop the disease. This search often leads to a landscape of misleading shortcuts. Digital spaces are crowded with unverified supplements and health claims that lack a basis in clinical reality. Modern oncology suggests a different point of focus. Rather than searching for a single silver bullet, researchers are looking at how we can actively manipulate the biological environment where cancer begins. To understand this approach, we have to look at the disease as an internal, systemic failure. It begins when individual cells bypass the body's natural limits on multiplication. This comparison shows how the surrounding environment dictates cell behavior. On the right, chronic inflammation and DNA damage have altered the landscape. These chemical signals prevent immune cells from identifying and clearing mutated cells before they can form a mass. Long-term lifestyle factors, including nutrition, sedentary behavior, and obesity, heavily influence these microscopic conditions over the course of decades. Prevention focuses on maintaining the integrity of this cellular landscape. By managing the internal environment, we can make it more difficult for abnormal cells to find a foothold. Modifying internal chemistry begins with the inputs we provide the body. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage are among the most studied tools for this type of biological maintenance. These plants carry natural compounds called glucosinolates. In their raw form, these molecules remain inactive and biologically neutral. Chewing or chopping triggers a mechanical reaction, breaking plant cell walls and reconfiguring inactive compounds into sulforaphane. Once consumed, it interacts with cells, triggering detoxification pathways and neutralizing oxidative stress agents that cause DNA damage. This chemical process serves as a form of biological maintenance. It is a preventative measure, distinct from the acute, high-intensity intervention of chemotherapy used to treat an existing disease. The value lies in the long-term pattern. Consistent consumption over years slowly shapes a cellular landscape that is better equipped to repair itself. Beyond nutrition, regular physical movement stands as one of the most effective ways to influence our internal biology. Exercise functions as a systemic regulator. Movement triggers a downward trend in circulating insulin and chronic inflammatory markers. Lowering these changes immune behavior. With less inflammatory noise, T cells can efficiently scan for and address abnormal cellular growth. Conversely, a sedentary lifestyle allows the biological environment to become stagnant. Without the regulatory effects of movement, insulin levels and inflammation can rise, creating a state where abnormal cells can multiply without detection. Research consistently shows that physically active populations experience lower rates of several major cancers, reflecting the impact of this regulated environment. Human biology requires movement to maintain its internal balance. This input determines whether our internal chemistry supports health or facilitates the development of disease. While we can observe these mechanisms at the cellular level, we must also consider the broader reality of human health. No single habit or specific food provides a guarantee of total protection. Biology is complex, and many factors remain outside of our direct control. Cancer prevention is a game of probabilities. We use these habits to mathematically stack the odds in our favor, reducing modifiable risks through consistent, long-term actions. These odds are shaped by the architecture of daily life: consistent sleep, weight management, avoiding tobacco, and regular physical movement. These ordinary choices, repeated over thousands of days, are the primary mechanisms that dictate the future behavior of your cells. This shift in focus moves us away from the search for an instant cure and toward the reality of daily biological maintenance. By prioritizing these habits, we build an internal environment where abnormal cells struggle to survive. This is the science of stacking the odds.